Heck yeah.
Hello. Tuning in for another episode of the Mental Threads Podcast, episode 81. I am here with my guest host, if you'd like to state his name.
Kareem, feel me? S-U-N, feel me? Y'all can look me up on Instagram, Solar Anomaly.
Yeah. Is that your rap name, Solar Anomaly?
My rap name is S-U-N, feel me? I like to go by Sun. It stands for Still Underneath, feel me? But it's also a representation for, like, the Sun Wukong, which is the Monkey King. Feel me? Like, it's Hinduism, all type of shit. Like, Goku and Dragon Ball Z really is about us and shit. Like, that's right.
As soon as he said Sun Wukong, I knew exactly what you're talking. Like, Journey to the West type stuff, that's where Toriyama got this idea. You're going to see the movie in August when it hits theaters, right?
Yes, he talking about the Dragon Ball Super shit?
Superhero?
Yes, I'm in there. Like, Dragon Ball is my favorite movie, bro. Like, I keep up with the entire series. Like, I'm about to put you on to some shit, bro.
Even
like,
on the manga stuff. You ain't got to put me on. I've been keeping up. It's just like kind of loosely with the new arc, though, because I'm like, I can't tell who's the main villain. It's like, is he like a vampire? What's his name? Gas?
Yeah.
Like, they're naming people weird. That's what I'm saying.
They are naming people weird. They're bringing in a lot of new characters and shit, because, like, the story arc is developing into something else. What Toriyama is doing is he's trying to make Gohan the most powerful superhero there is, because he was supposed to be anyway.
The most powerful Z fighter.
Yeah, the most powerful Z fighter. That's
facts. Trying to bring back his status, which is cool and everything, but they need to do my dude Vegeta some justice too. I feel like they were kind of doing it, and Piccolo, which is why I think they're gonna do for both of them and Gohan, because they needed that. Three main people: Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo. They need to really be the ones that need to really elevate.
See, this is the thing. Like, Piccolo, he's a Namekian, so he has ancestral ties to the Dragon Balls.
Yes.
Feel me? Because his race, if you think about it, they created the Dragon Balls.
Exactly.
Feel me? So imagine how powerful they really are. Like, Piccolo was the most feared thing in the universe before Goku even became a well-known thing. When Goku was a kid.
You mean on Earth? What you're saying?
On Earth. Feel me? When Goku was a kid, King Piccolo was the one that was running shit.
Yeah.
Feel me?
And then it was just like he was trying to get eternal youth and everything, and then, it's just like the whole time. That's all I'm saying. Like, as a Namekian, I feel like Piccolo, there should be no reason, because you keep up with the doujinshi about like the multiverse, Dragon Ball Z, a multiverse doujinshi. You be keeping up with that?
I do. I mean,
dude, I haven't checked it out. The chapter in a while. Don't spoil anything for me now, because like when I look at characters like Gas Carlo, like the Namekian that literally fell in sync with all the other Namekians and stuff. I'm like, how is Piccolo not like the shit right now? But I know there's a whole lot to come with it, like their identity.
There's so much that's about to be unveiled, because keep in mind, Piccolo has three people inside him. He has Kami, he has the original Piccolo, and he also has the person he fused with on planet Namek during the Frieza arc.
Nail,
that's his name. So Piccolo is really he has a lot of power that hasn't been tapped into yet. If you keep in mind, he's been keeping up with the Z fighters this whole time and has not had an upgrade.
No, yeah, it hasn't been keeping up since, I want to say, Cell Saga. I feel like that was the last time where I feel like he was more on par with things. I feel like that's why I love the Cell Saga so much, because I feel like the gap wasn't too big and everything, and even when it was with a character that wasn't Goku for once. It was like, with like Gohan and everything. But then Piccolo had his moment against like Android 17 and had his moment with Imperfect Cell and had his power up with like Nail. Krillin had his thing with like 18 going on.
I mean, even in Super, like he was actually supposed. Was he in the Tournament of Power?
Yeah, he was in the Tournament of Power. I think. But see, if you had to remember that, you knew being so deep in Dragon Ball Z, like you are, and everything, for you to have to try and like remember, really says a lot. Because a lot of that is just, it's just like. And I was just watching a video of just how the whole retcon with like, even with Bardock and everything was just, you weren't fucking with. Because like one of the things, like that's why I love, and although it was a TV special, that's the one TV special that wasn't based on the manga that I really appreciate.
I love going back to like the original sources of like Dragon Ball Z, like especially like the original stories. Like Bardock, he was a great story. I think the whole Planet Vegeta concept was a great story that could have been elaborated on more, because they had so much going on before Frieza took over. This is the thing that I be telling my friends and shit about Dragon Ball Z. Like, the reason why I love Dragon Ball the most is because I could relate to that shit, because Dragon Ball is really talking about black people. Like,
Yeah, with the Frieza calling the Saiyans monkeys, being afraid of their power, and then like Goku being so removed from his culture, but still reconnecting with his culture, and then re-establishing his power, becoming the first Super Saiyan in like years.
Yep.
And setting that standard, then Vegeta becoming the second, and then Trunks being the second one that was actually seen.
And see, that's another point that I be making too. Like, it's just like with melanin. everybody that we mix with is gonna come out more melanated than they are any other race. So anybody that the Saiyans mix with, they come out more Saiyan than they are human beings. It's the same concept, feel me? And on Planet Vegeta, they was living in peace until Frieza, the alien, came from space and enslaved them. First he enslaved them, and then he made them do their evil biddings. And then he erased them.
He made it seem like it was like employment when it was really just
Right.
like, because you're still afraid of this, and they didn't choose to be that way. It was just the power dynamics at the time. But it was just like, it's just so crazy. But like with the whole Bardock retcon that I really dislike is because Bardock was like a real Saiyan. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, sure, he did care about his crew and everything, though a lot of Saiyans didn't really give a shit about anything but getting stronger and then being, whatever. But it's like, you can see certain elements that it was like very subtle, but it was like he was still like a badass. But the thing, and not even the badass part of it I like. It was like the whole theme of just like, it really isn't about like, like the whole him, trying to do what he can and trying to be the last of his Saiyans, and like all the Saiyans didn't really, what their values were, what Goku's values were completely different. And it's because of Goku's values, that's what got him stronger. What I'm learning at the Kame house and everything.
He has a pure heart,
Not just a pure heart, but just things that learned, things that kind of helped him on the way was what, like learning and everything. That's what got him. His point is just trying to be the best, but the best way, without being like a freaking heartless killer.
And that's a bigger story. Feel me? That's a bigger concept into what's going on in this world today. Feel me? I like to tie all this shit into reality and what's going on, because none of this shit is being put out for no reason. I want everybody to keep in mind that these people who create these TV shows do a lot of thinking and a lot of elaborate planning into these shows. Feel me? And they're not getting these ideas from their mind. They're getting these ideas based off of things that happened in history already.
Yeah. Or feel just me? Like all types of like mythology and stuff like that. But back on the whole Bardock recon, Bardock was still like a cold-blooded Saiyan. His values are pretty much the same. Like, even when he looked at his son, like, what? You only got a power level of 1? I thought you were special. It's like just some shit like that. Yeah. And it's just like, so what? Like, that's still your son and everything. But it's because of these values being so shallow and everything.
That led to their downfall.
It led to their downfall. Could you imagine the Saiyans knowing that they hated Frieza anyway? If they just would have band together and just shit on this dude, that would have been it. Like, out of nowhere, that would have been it for. And they even showcase this in the Doshin Shi, a multiverse. Like, you really see how far they could have gone with this.
I mean, let me ask you this: what about us in these streets every day? I mean, black people look at other brothers and sisters like they judge them off of how strong they think they are, what they capable
their status
of,
level,
or
like,
their status level.
That was their status back in the day. So it's like, Goku kind of he's had things like mercy and everything, which really helped him along the way, because like that was Piccolo protecting his son after he showed him mercy.
But I want you to keep in mind this though.
Yeah.
Feel me? Before Frieza arrived on Planet Vegeta, they wasn't scaling each other power levels like that. They wasn't concerned about those type of.
They're just fucking shit up.
They was just fucking shit up, and they was living in peace and harmony. Their planet was thriving. Feel me? And it's the same.
Yeah, they were still fucking up like what was in the truffles? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They was messing up everybody else and everything in their path because they were
on their planet. Oh shit!
But it was on their planet because they're gods. You feel me?
I was dropping the damn phone.
Nah, you good.
How the hell I even catch that shit?
That was a good catch.
The melanin reflexes, that Super Saiyan shit. There we go.
Saying.
Yeah, but it was just like, it's crazy that we started with Dragon Ball Z, because like seriously, we can go on and on about stuff like that and everything. Dude, you all really need to check out Dragon Ball Superhero coming in August, man. That's
I'm gonna be there. Everybody's gonna be there. Definitely come out and check that out.
Definitely get that ticket. And we're like, it's just next month now. Mm-hmm. So it's like, dude, that's just crazy.
I've been waiting 3 years for this to come out. 3 years.
Yeah, that Broly shit, like that was pretty good too, man.
That was fucking amazing. Broly has a lot of potential.
Yeah, that's the one retcon where it's just like, okay, this could work, because we need that whole like, Broly being another part of the cast and everything. We need more characters and everything, also that can also help the people. Oh, is that?
Yeah, I feel you.
But it's like, yeah, that's like, so I was like, I actually like that, because it's like being that third person in the they can kind of help that, or aid the Z fighters, or help like Vegeta and Goku reach new highs. What the hell is that?
That's my speaker.
Oh, I was like, what? Shit?
That's my little ringtone and shit.
I was like, what? But anyway, dude, they work so crazy now, because like the more powerful individuals that are introduced to Vegeta and Goku, the more it's just like, okay, there's more things we can watch. They introduce angels and gods of destruction. Now it's like a freaking Super Saiyan that's freaking could go crazy off power, that needs to hone his. There's more things to be invested in now. All I'm waiting in is just like for Oob to kind of take over to a certain degree.
Yes,
or at least just just be somebody important. You know, that's
I love the Oob story concept. Like he's a black kid. Feel me? He's the reincarnation of Majin Buu.
actually Indian, but he looks.
Yeah, he is Indian, but he's melanated. That's the point. He's the reincarnation of Majin Buu. Just pause it.
But anyway, where were we? We were talking about
Majin Buu and
Oob being a pretty good concept. I also needed to know, like, I wonder if there's like a flip side to like Majin Buu. Like maybe there's like a yin and a yang, but maybe there's another being out there that's kind of like Majin Buu, but like opposite.
I think there is. I think at the beginning, during the Buu arc and everything, I think that he was actually a creature that was stored away a couple thousand years. He was genetically engineered to be the way he is by the angels and the gods of destruction themselves, in order to get rid of the Kai.
Oh yeah, that's what he was introduced. That's really what his literal stuff with the get rid of the Kais.
Yeah, that was his whole mission. Actually, that's his whole purpose for resisting, was to get rid of the Kais
and destroy the Kais. And once he did that, it was like whatever.
They had to lock him away. Now, I could go on about Dragon Ball for hours and shit.
How do you feel about the Moro arc? I feel like that was a chance where that could have gone to Vegeta. That should have gone to Vegeta.
That should have definitely gone to Vegeta, but I think it opened up the door for what Vegeta is about to become. Because I'm pretty sure that he's on the road. I mean, I seen Vegeta get a lot more upgrades in the Moro arc than he did in the actual.
And then the Ultra Ego, so that's cool.
Yes, in the Ultra
But it's hard to even get excited over a Vegeta power up because it's like, it just always feels like Goku. I always make Goku win. There was no reason for Goku to win that.
That's true.
Goku didn't need that.
I personally respect Vegeta because Vegeta, the thing about him is Goku uses rituals and he uses other people to get to higher levels of ascension. Vegeta does it off of sheer will and the motivation to beat Goku. So, with that being said, he's actually physically stronger than Goku.
But he changed up in a little bit. Now he has his family to take care of. He's now becoming more of a family man. Vegeta is like changed, bro. It's so dynamic, bro. But it's like one of those.
I'm so happy that Toriyama did that shit, man.
No, seriously, because it's like a lot of these characters reflect something in the black. It's always allegorical to something. Like for instance, like Gohan represents like a lot of us like having to grow up and even have to like take responsibility and realize our power. He had a power within him that he had to realize at the right time, and like we had to reaccess our power and everything. Goku represents that disconnect and everything, reconnecting to our true inner self, a source of power, really like rising to the occasion when we need to. But also in Gohan's sense, it was just like he also had to live in different without a father himself.
Yeah.
And he had to rely even with a Piccolo or something like that in the family, and also having to look after his brother while his father was around. Like how many situations have been like that?
That's true.
And that it's just like Piccolo represents. It's just like really how somebody can also change. Even Piccolo and Vegeta represent it. How they can really, no matter what you've done in your past, you can always find time to get your honor act in a different way. He didn't value taking over the world, and Vegeta just doesn't really care about, in a sense, beating Goku. Now it's just more like fun. Like now it's just like
protecting his family.
Protecting his family. His whole life changed, and he can admit humility and everything. It's okay. There's strength in humility. There's strength in loving others. There's strength in trying to protect others.
If you think about it like this, like Vegeta was actually the first real threat that Goku had.
Raditz actually was. Yeah, Raditz opened that door.
Raditz was sent by Vegeta. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Vegeta was so evil that people like to claim Vegeta is so evil and this and that, but his son is literally the reason why the universe still exists. Because if Trunks didn't come back in time and give Goku the heart medicine, Goku would not be alive.
Yeah, man, and that was the original timeline. When you think about it, like it was destined for Goku to freaking get heart disease and die.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and all that
was gonna take over the earth and destroy everybody.
Red Ribbon Army would have fucked up everything.
Yeah.
They were literally, and now they're back again in the next one.
But that's something else I'd be thinking about too. Like, so I feel like when you on a spiritual journey, at some point, like having that faith in yourself and being righteous will lead you to eternal life. Because Goku doesn't have to use Dragon Balls or any type of wishes in order to gain eternal life because
keep his body, because he was always pure of heart, so they always gave him a place up there.
Exactly.
And even Piccolo had to explain that to Vegeta. It's like, dude, Goku literally dedicated his life to taking care of, like, protecting the Earth and everything and showing mercy to people. And all you did, you're too selfish. You caused way too much pain. And that's why people really need to look at that. Like, bro, really look back at the pain that you caused others, whether you meant it or not.
Because you will pay for those one day.
Because you will pay for those one day. And then you're going to reach a point where it's like, and it's just going to be left with regret. Like, well, I really didn't have to do that. Or I really didn't have to start that rumor about that person. Or I didn't have to do that. Or I could have looked into myself. Growth begins when we start to reflect and really check, you know what? I could do better. I could be a better person.
You feel me? Like, I just want to say something, man. Like, feel me? This is a beautiful city we in. I love Charlotte, North Carolina. Feel me? I'm from Brooklyn, y'all. But I grew up here in Charlotte, you know. I feel like this place has a lot of potential. Everywhere around America right now, we're witnessing something that is very heinous, especially in the hip-hop community. There's a lot of deaths. There's a lot of violence being preached, and people are talking about the dead, this and that. I want y'all to know, like, y'all consuming this music and stuff, and y'all talking about these people who passed away. That shit does not go overlooked. God is watching all that shit. So every time you repeat the lyrics about somebody dying or you talking about somebody's pain, you will end up paying for that in the afterlife. I just want y'all to know that. Like, I feel like personally, hip-hop has changed its dynamic to what it originally was meant for. It was meant for urban youth, urban black kids, in order to have a voice and speak out about the atrocities happening in the neighborhoods. Yeah. But what it turned into was something about selfishness and money and lust and just falling into your lower vibrational aspects of life. Feel me? I want to be the one. I want to be the one who brings hip hop back, or at least be able to remind people about what hip hop is originally meant for. That's why if y'all follow me at Solar Anomaly on Instagram, I'm always like making music, talking out against these people who are shooting things like the shootings and stuff that happened in Buffalo. Feel me? I made a little freestyle about that. I know you saw that. Mm-hmm. Feel me?
Yeah, your freestyles are hella consistent, man. I sort of like, I be wishing like, bro, I need to really get on my P's and Q's and start freestyling myself. Because that's my main issue is freestyling. When people ask me to freestyle, I'll be like, I be trying to think about words. I be thinking so much that it's like, you know, an overclock. But you just do it, and that's something I need to get on. That's why we need to hang out a little bit more.
Yeah, we do. This is the thing about me. Like, I grew up freestyling. Like, freestyling was basically my poetry. When I was younger and stuff, my family, they all were musicians, this and that. A lot of them aren't successful, let's be honest. Most of our family members and stuff who chase their dreams probably don't end up accomplishing them. But me being around that type of environment inspired me, and I realized that this was the way that I can be able to have a voice. And people loved it when I used to rap and shit, so I just got good at it. I be talking to myself in my head, and I just kind of preach what's in my heart. Feel me? That's the best way to do it, man. Like, you don't gotta impress nobody. You don't have to sound a certain way. Just do whatever is comfortable for you.
Yeah, just set goals for yourself. Sure, I have a whole lot of goals in the music thing, but it's kind of hard for me to. I'm at a crossroad because I literally just quit my job, like literally yesterday, because it wasn't jobbing. It just something about it. It wasn't even something about it. It was just a lot of things that are unorganized. So it's just they still haven't paid me for my last 2 weeks too. So I might have to take them to court. I mean, it was just too much bullshit.
Nah, I feel that.
Yeah, no, for real though. But it's like, you know, like even with the whole concept of whole Dragon Ball Z and everything, that's beautiful that like we have, like, you know, Goku inspires me to be the best version of myself and everything. Vegeta like inspires me to like make changes when like, you know, I'm really so, and even like Krillin even teach me to have courage, because Krillin got intertwined in a lot of shit knowing that he was outmatched, but still, that's real courage.
That is.
But people think like Goku's the courageous one. No, Krillin is, because Krillin was holding it down for his son on Namek. Dude was holding it down and everything on the side and everything. He was looking out for you.
And he's been there since the very beginning too.
And he was like started out kind of selfish like, and he had to become more courageous over time.
Shoot,
you know?
If you keep in mind, Goku actually got assistance in order to get to Master Roshi's island when he was a kid. Krillin swam there. He swam to Master Roshi's island from where he came from. No, he swam in the ocean and arrived on his island with some dirty magazines and convinced Master Roshi to teach him.
Talk about an origin story.
Right. You gotta love Krillin, man. You gotta love Krillin.
Gotta fuck with Krillin, man. So you really do appreciate Krillin when you get older. Like, dude, like these are freaking space monsters with Zenkai boosts and freaking they can reincarnate and shit. And this dude is like a human. That's why I want a lot of these human characters to really get their come up. Like when Tien and everything and Master Roshi was out there doing shit, like in the Resurrection of F movie and shit, and was doing their thing. In the Tournament of Power, I'm just like, okay, well this is good at least they can show like some, especially Master Roshi. Master Roshi was crazy because it was just like, you know, it's just like you feel like the gap is so large, but they try to make it more realistic, although it's kind of unbelievable to a certain degree. And another thing I love about Super is just like how they got different forms now. It's not just Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like, okay, after Super Saiyan 3, it was like, okay, there's Super Saiyan God, there's Super Saiyan God, and then there's
Ultra Instinct,
and then they got Ultra Ego, and then they got Super Saiyan Rage with Trunks,
and they got Green.
Got Green what?
Super Saiyan Green, because
Broly. Oh yeah, Broly, legendary Super Saiyan Green. Yep. So it's like, and then there's also like Kefla and everything. You know, actually first female Saiyans in there. Although like that was pretty shitty with the whole Tingle thing in your. I mean, it really showcased.
I love the fact that Toriyama brought a strong female character into the story arc.
I mean, it's like Toro, I think now, but it's like
that's true.
Toriyama's still like
he's supervising it.
Yeah, he's supervising it.
I love the fact that they brought a strong female characters into the series. Because it's not just Kefla, it's also what her friend? What's her friend?
You're talking about Khalifa and Kale. Yes. Kefla is their fusion.
Yep, you're right. Khalifa and Kale. Yep, Khalifa and Kale.
I feel they should have picked another name for Khalifa because it's like it's hard to say. They could have called it just Kali and just left it at that.
Yeah, that would have been a lot more simple. That would have just
better. Just Kali.
Yeah,
Kali and Kale.
I do love the fact that they brought the Universe Saiyans into the story arc though, because what it did was it gave you a perspective on what Planet Vegeta could have turned out to be.
Saldana, you know, it just kind of flipped it, and how like the Namekians, like on the other, but like, now they have Saiyans and Namekians in other like dimensions or universes too.
Yep,
and shit like that.
Keep in mind, them Saiyans on Universe 6, they could turn Super Saiyan very easily because they are righteous Saiyans. That's something y'all have to peep. Planet Vegeta at the time was enslaved. At the time, it was destroyed. So they never got the chance to ascend to what they could have actually been, which was a righteous race. And they could have been the protectors of the universe, just like the Universe 6 Saiyans are.
That's cool. That's how they, you know, seen and everything. But it's just like that's real cool shit and stuff. It's just like you really look at like where they are and like how far the story has gone. It's like, and there's still more to go. Like, you still have to see like Goten and Gohan and all of them really take over for like the Goku and the Vegeta. And
so much to go.
So much to go. And we still haven't really gotten to the point where they're introducing. They're still stuck on gas. I don't know what this gas thing is. I don't know. So I don't know. Something about this granola arc. I don't know. Like,
I'm not really a big
fan. They named
fan
dude granola. It's just like that already. They could have just taken the G out and call it granola. Like I know it's like a spoof off the word. At least give us something. Don't freaking add an H at the end of it.
Nah, I feel you.
It's like milk. Just add another.
I'm not really a big fan of the granola arc. You know, I'd rather see a TV adaptation of it than actually read the manga.
Yeah, it feels like a special, like, or one of them, like, you know, what you call them. What is the ones where it's like the story ain't really a story, but it's like a Naruto.
It's like a little side
thing where it's not really the main story, but like, that's really what it seems like to me.
And I feel like he did that because they haven't released any more episodes of Dragon Ball Super, so I know he knows everybody's in anticipation for the show, so they just released.
Trying to kind of keep going, which is fun. I respect the hustle because it's just like them because it took a while. That Tournament of Power thing that was like a minute, like when it was going on.
I love it though. I love the conclusion. I love that Android was 17 and 18.
Hate that they brought back Frieza. They could have brought back Cell. I would have preferred Cell because I feel like Cell is like the one where it's like, yeah, he fucked some shit up, but it was at such a miniature scale compared to like with the kind of shit that Frieza pulled.
Well, it was necessary to bring back Frieza because Frieza is the driving force for why Goku has to stay on his toes.
I mean, in a sense, but at the same time, it's like screw him because he like literally murdered their family.
He did.
Like you're not gonna bring back. Ask about everyone that was a relative of the victim of a Jeffrey Dahmer or Ted Bundy. It's like you don't want them to come back. Like, man, screw that guy.
That's true.
Whereas like for Cell, the only person that Cell fucked up was Android 16, and that would be enough to kind of get a lot of people irritated. But at the same time, Cell was related to them.
That's true.
That's one thing. That's the connection right there. DNA. So he's actually a reflection of all of them. And at the same time, like, Cell never really had a purpose outside of just being perfect. Like, really, he was just obsessive with his own power. And if he would have had, like, a purpose, like, try to protect
That's the
something.
same genes right there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he would have redirected that somewhere else, I could see Cell going out in space, you know, probably traveling just to kind of figure out himself. Yeah, that would have been a good narrative.
Maybe they might bring Cell back. That might be a possible story.
Yeah, but now it's like, who cares? Like, it's just
That's true.
like it's like, yeah, I think they're gonna do it for the movie, but it was just like, you know, I'm like, oh yeah, Cell, yeah. But it would have been a good time to bring him back in like the freaking the Tournament of Power arc.
Yes,
because like one, he gets Zenkai boost.
Yep.
Two, it's just like, you know, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like him getting a second chance, I feel like he would deserve it as opposed to Frieza.
No, I think Cell should have got a second chance way earlier in the story.
Yeah, because I feel like he could have had something. He could have gotten a second chance.
But Dragon Ball fans, man, let's be honest. We'll accept anything. We accepted GT. We accepted all that. So I think whatever
GT was pretty cool with the villains.
I do like
and
GT.
and I liked how it was a different, like how every stage has to be different. Like Dragon Ball was like kind of cartoonish, comedic, and then it slowly became serious. And then like Dragon Ball Z was hella serious, and actually GT was serious too. Yeah. But it was and it was just like it had a different, like, you know, it had a whole hip hop type, you know, and it had like a freaking more shinier way of it being like drawn.
What I love most about GT is Goku's Super Saiyan 4 transformation.
Hated how Goku was a kid the whole fucking time.
Yes, that was annoying, but I understand why they did it, because I think GT was supposed to reflect like Goku's
earlier journey. I don't mind if they would have did it like for the first side, like for the baby saga, but like they could have made a wish him back. They could have turned him back
way sooner than they did.
I feel like they were just dragging their feet. Like, dude has a wife and everything. You're talking about some stay a kid. Like, stop fucking with me.
Right.
Like, stop bullshitting me.
Right
now, you know, you could have changed something.
Grandchildren, shit like
grandkids. Like, and you're BSing me with this nonsense, and then him and Vegeta still have a rivalry.
But I honestly do think that GT had a bigger influence than what most Dragon Ball fans would admit. Because if you keep in mind, Dragon Ball Superhero that's about to come out now is basically Gohan achieving his power ascension, and his granddaughter is supposed to set the stage for her to also be the most powerful Super Saiyan there is.
Yeah, that's good. If they could just redo GT and just do it differently with just making Goku like because like they do shit, like they even recon and brought back Broly, and Broly was like a TV, so they can do the same thing and go the same way, just do things different. You can maybe still introduce Super Saiyan 4 if you like. Maybe it'll have different, you know, because they have so many different forms. Super Saiyan 4 could be necessary for a certain reason. They just explain why.
Right.
But this time, don't make Goku a kid. Maybe put Pan, Goten, and like Trunks, and maybe Oob out there in space.
That would be nice.
And they can
I would love to see that.
And they can hold it down for Earth while they're gone.
Yep.
You know, give them more chance to do shit. You know.
Well, where will Goku and Vegeta go?
They could still train and get ready for threats and stuff like that. You know. But I'm just saying, if they have to find a different way to make the threat, make the whole Black Star Dragon Ball thing like
I think that's probably why it took so long for them to finally release some content for Dragon Balls, because they probably trying to figure out they way throughout all this shit that they didn't release.
Dude, I'm figuring this shit as we go on. It's not that hard to come up with a new idea, bro. Like,
that's true.
I guess maybe it's just me, because like, but it's just like for the next person, like if you do this shit for a living and you're getting paid for this shit, you're gonna come up with something.
That's true.
You will come up with something.
I think I heard something about they was trying to stop the show because they thought Master Roshi was too perverted or something like that.
Dude. Don't BS me with that shit either. Come on. Did they not realize what this shit was founded on?
Right.
Like what? Like they always trying to change something, bro. Not everybody has to like this stuff.
That's true.
Like something else. There's so many different anime. Stop complaining about stuff. Could you imagine people complaining about Trigun or freaking Cowboy Bebop?
Culture and shit.
Yeah, well they need to cancel themselves out of like whatever they're doing. Imagine just eating like a cheeseburger. It's like, oh, you know, it's a little bit kind of greasy than the other cheese. Go eat the other cheeseburger. Right. Dummy. I'm not. I feel like now this cheeseburger maybe is what it's always been, but I'm having issues now. It's just like, we'll go somewhere else. Like life is just so easy, bro. It's just like I don't know. But we've been on these Dragon Ball Z matter for like a while. We could be going on forever.
Yeah,
maybe we could save it
because I love Dragon Ball. But
yeah, but if we had to go like on the whole Queen's Grant mix and everything, because I know like I feel like we should have started out with that.
Yeah,
but
Queen's
it's just
Grant.
like, bro, like because we go back. Me and Kareem Thomas, like you don't want me to put your government out.
No, you good. You good. Okay. Yeah.
But anyway, like, dude, we go back to freshman. What was the class we had? We had Miss Walborn's class.
Yes.
That was the class we had, right?
Yes, bro. Like,
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, I felt out of place at Queen's Grant different just because it was such a uppity school and there was a lot of white kids there.
But it was also ghetto too. So it was kind of like unbalanced.
If I was smart, because I left that school to go be in the public school because I wanted to be with my friends. But if I was smart, I would have stayed there and finished my high school career outright. And that would have set the tone for the rest of my life.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. It was bullshit, to be honest.
You think so?
Like, no, seriously, it was bullshit, bro. Even for me, like, dude, I stayed there all 4 years 'cause my mom made me stay there. And, you know, it was cool that my brother got to go and he had his friends and everything. And they're such great friends and stuff of that nature. But I don't even feel like that school kind of served me well in any sense. It was just like, you know, all the upperclassmen were talking shit about, like, even with me and everything. Like, dude, we're not even in the same grade. Like, why aren't you focused on yourself?
Even the staff members, they was playing favorites. Like,
yes,
I stayed getting in trouble, bro. Like, for no
all
reason.
the time, and the white kids were like always doing fucked up shit too, and nobody, they were going off and smoke weed at freaking the park too, and nobody cared.
Nobody cared, but I could wear the wrong uniform and I'll be getting ready to get suspended.
No, dead ass, man. And it was just like, it was crazy, bro. It was just a lot of things there didn't make sense, like, as a school. Because, like, upperclassmen talking shit about and trying to date kids, like, freaking kids and people. It was, that was unbalanced.
So fucking much. That shit disgusts me. Like,
and it was weird. They'd be, like, juniors and seniors. Dating, like,
dating
freshmen. And which is not a problem in college, but it was, like, it's kind of an issue in high school.
It's because in college, everybody's damn near 18 or above.
Yes.
Feel me? But when you a freshman, you 15, 14 years old. Y'all senior niggas is 17, 18 years old.
You ain't got no game and shit like that. You can't even go find people your own freaking age.
There
was like 5 people there. So it was just like, you know, you had to say, it was hard to find people like, or try to do things. So
we'll say this about Rocky River though, man.
You went to Rocky River? I wish I went to Rocky River. I went there for driving school, and I'm like, bro, I wish I went here, bro. Because I know another girl that went there and everything, and it was just like, you know, I feel like Rocky River would be just less weird.
Rocky River was less weird. I'll say this, like, when I got to that school, bro, like, that shit was ghetto as D fuck. Like, it was nothing but blacks and Mexicans there.
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Yeah, originally I was supposed to go to Butler, which was, you know where Butler's at. It's a white school, kind of like more white people there. They gentrified the area right before we went to high school. Like, when I was in 8th grade, they changed the districts around. So all the niggas in the hood and shit and all the Mexicans could be in the same place. All the white people could be in the same place.
They tried to basically segregate us.
Yeah, they tried to segregate us.
Through the busing system.
You know.
And the only schools I was my home school. And I wish, like, it was Garinger, and, like, I had a cousin that went to Garinger, and she got pregnant. Like, like, she just came from Liberia. Going to do with that. And it was, seriously, like, at that time, that's why my mom didn't want to put me there, because she thought, like, okay, I was going to get in some fuck shit, which I could understand. But, dude, I don't know. Stuff was just so weird at Queens. I feel like it kind of delayed me over like, a lot of things, like, development.
At Rocky River, I did get into some fuck shit, man. I ain't gonna lie, but that also helped me find myself. Like, back when I was in Queensgreen, you know, I grew up on that rock and roll shit. I always hung out with white people. I was that type of dude. I was a different type of dude.
Everybody hung out with everybody. Like, when y'all was there that freshman year, that was like the one good year. Yep. Like, everything else was just, you had to try and find a positive.
There was so much, there was unity amongst our group, division amongst everybody else. Feel me?
Yeah, because it was you, it was AJ, and it was just like, it was Fortney. You know Will Fortney, right? I just did a podcast episode with him not too long. I need to hit him up too. And everything.
I met my man's Ralph there. I met a couple people there.
Yeah, dude. It was just like there was some cool people, but then there was some people that was just too head ass over themselves. Like, bro, your parents bought you those clothes. Stop acting like you're the shit.
That's them babies that be having their parents pay for everything. They got good credit. They living a nice ass life. For me, that was never really me. Like, I mean, I'm from Brooklyn, you know. Like, my family grew up in the projects and shit. My grandma worked her ass off to get to where we at now. Feel me? And I'm eternally grateful for that shit. But growing up, I wasn't trying to hear that shit. Like, feel me? I was angry at the world. Feel me? My pops and my moms wasn't really there for me. So I took out a lot of anger on the wrong people. I didn't like to listen to nobody. I wanted to be different than everybody. I wanted to be different than the niggas in the hood. So I kind of cleaned towards the rock and roll and the hanging with white people shit. And don't get me wrong, I loved it. It was some of the best chapters of my life. But who I am now, I kind of like, you can never deny your blood, feel me? You can never deny who you are. You can be different. You just got to be comfortable in your own skin, feel me? And I wasn't comfortable in my skin at the time, like, but now I am. Like, I could listen to some rock and roll, I can hang out with white people, but I'm still always going to be a king, feel me?
No, dead ass and everything. It's just like, and even like racist. There are some white folk that were straight up racist and try to disparage my character and try to be on some pussy type shit. Cause like they weren't much of the ones to throw hands and everything. They'd rather
No, they'll never fight you because they can't beat you.
Yeah, not even about beating you, bro. Cause they always that was just how their nature was. Not saying that all of them are pussy. There's some white kids that would like fuck you up, but right. It's just like, but it was just like I was always like the victim of stuff like that. I see myself as a survivor now. But it was just like, that's why I always hated these privileged, like, PWI schools. Because it was just like, it always felt like they were like the teachers, or like they'd be thinking they're joking and they're being cool, but really they're just shitting on you in front of your peers. And like, that wasn't cool. The only place I felt empowered was an HBCU. That's what sucks. I wish you would have went to an HBCU.
My brother did, yeah.
Yeah, dude, you'll find yourself there. That when I tell you, like, conversations like this, you'll always find that. There are always going to be people, and plus it's 80% women that are there. Yep. Nobody's fighting over a female. If you're fighting over a female, you were mad corny. That's because facts. It's like, dude, like you should be trying to pick up ones that weren't burning.
Shoot, my brother went to Johnson and Wales.
Johnson C. Smith.
Yeah, Johnson C. Smith.
You said Johnson and Wales.
Right. I'm like, what the hell? Yeah, Johnson C. Smith on the West Side. He loved that school. He did. The problem was that he couldn't stay out the streets. Feel me? Matter of fact, now that we talking about my brother, man, he actually just got shot at a couple days ago, but he's okay. Feel me? Like, it's just crazy how you can see the downfall of a nigga, like, based off of the decisions we make, bro. Like, I understand, like, our parents was never there for us, but he had a great opportunity. He was in college.
Yeah, but Johnson C. Smith, like, even, like, come on, it's kind of ghetto. I'm not even gonna lie.
It is ghetto.
I mean, I don't mind ghetto, but it's just a certain, like, type of ghetto that you have to roll with.
And that's why I don't blame him for getting into the shit he got into, because that's all you surrounded by. Feel me? Especially because it's in the hood. But he still had...
HBCUs are in the hood.
That's true. But he still had a great opportunity to make his life better. I see that with a lot of people, man. I feel like this, though. No matter what bad decisions you do make in life, even if you do fuck yourself up, just keep trying, keep striving, Yeah, that's all I want.
You just gotta break out that cycle, man. That's what I'm having with my brother now and everything. I don't want to talk shit about nothing, but it's like, the crowds he's around and everything. And I'm cool with a lot of his friends and stuff, but it's like I just don't see that's good for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wanted to play football and everything, and now it's like he's giving up on that dream. And I don't want him to give. My friend plays football, and like he used to go to Livingstone College. I don't know if he graduated or not, but he plays for the Charlotte Thunder, and they get paid $500 per game.
That's crazy, because after my brother left Johnson C. Smith, he went to Livingstone. That's in Salisbury, right? Yeah, he went to Livingstone.
Yeah, man, it was just like, it's just, I want him to get with them and everything, get his goals prioritized together, and and I want him to come with me to D.C. so he can be able to go to school at Howard University for free, because my dad works at the hospital there.
For real?
Yes, so you can go to school for free, and I'm like, that's a layup, right? Tell me that's not a layup.
At Howard? That's crazy, bro.
And Howard's alumni is so deep, bro. Like, you would never not find a job.
That's a popular school, too, like.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman went there, Denzel Washington, Taraji B. Henson, Carl Anthony Payne.
They all went there. That's facts.
So many people have gone there, and I'm like, that's one of the reasons I wanted to go there. One, because I want to put them on my podcast one day. That'd be cool.
That'd be great.
But it was just like, another thing is just like, because I want to go to graduate school, and it's just like, that's the place that's calling my name. And it's like, that's when I listen to my intuition on where to go, it never steered me wrong,
That's
it was
true.
because I couldn't steer to my intuition in high school. That's why it's like, then if I would have listened, I would have gone to Hawthorne and probably would have stayed on course, and maybe I would have been like doing the whole doctorate program and stuff like that. But like I went to Queens Grant, where their chemistry and biology classes were shit. Anyway,
I feel that.
And they always made it seem like it was prestigious. It wasn't because the white kids were doing well. Like, dude, come on, they were just doing their homework for them.
That's true. Really. This whole divide between white and black people, man. See, this shit is kind of like tricky, because in a sense, yes, white people are very much privileged to a certain extent, but they're also being manipulated.
Yeah.
Feel me?
We're all being manipulated in the same system. When I say white people, I don't want all my audience, listen, I'm not like against no race of people or nothing. But there is levels to like, how this society and status works and everything. And I've lived under the system where it's like a lot of the white kids I went to school with in like middle school
I'm gonna keep
and
this
everything,
shit.
High school. Like, it was just like, there was a big divide, and a lot of it was because like they were so overly privileged, and that we were so overly like persecuted over like things that got to put in the ISS that they just.
That's true. There's a lot of tension between black people and white people because of the past interactions that we had with each other. But this is the thing, though, bro. Like,
Some of
we
my
are
best
in
friends are white, bro. Like
facts.
Taylor Huntley
We
and
are in
everything. Chase
2022.
Ellswick, yeah.
We are in 2022.
AJ Stevenson.
Feel me? That's true. We are in 2022, y'all. Yet we have to come to a point where we evolve past this primordial, fucking primal shit. Feel me? Now what they did wasn't necessarily right to us. It wasn't at all. But nothing can be done to a people who didn't deserve it. God wouldn't allow it. Nothing happens by accident. Feel me? Now,
Not about deserve it. It could be discipline. It could be blessings and everything.
It's a blessing in
Look
disguise.
at all the connections that we have now, where we're at right now after all that pain, all that issue. And keep in mind, I'm a crazy advocate about getting our reparations again. Because, like, the stuff that they were pulling in slavery was, like, wicked.
Oh, yeah, we
and
definitely deserve
terrible.
reparations. If y'all could give Native Americans, which they're not even the true Native Americans, I'm sorry, because we are. But if y'all,
Actually, they are. A lot of them really are Native Americans.
I mean, yeah,
it's just a lot of those tribes intermixed together. Just like how every tribe is kind of different.
That's true, but who are their ancestors? Who are their ancestors?
People that are just kind of past. No, yeah, but everyone has ancestors. Like you have ancestors from Europe.
The whole world is connected. Even white people, they have ties with our family too. Feel me? Because they actually are a part of us.
And your last name is Thomas. You might have an ancestor that might have been white yourself.
That's facts.
That's just real life stuff. We're all interconnected, but it's because of stuff like that. Like you can take a DNA for stuff like DNA test. And there'll be lots of white people that have like black DNA and stuff, and they didn't even realize it. Like
See, there's a mental divide. For me, it's really a mental thing, bro. It's mental warfare that's being played because there is no true divide between the peoples of Earth. Feel me? Humanity is humanity, and at this point in 2022, everybody's mixed in with everybody. There's no pure white race. There's no pure black race. Feel me?
That's all an illusion.
That's facts.
Brought by the system. The system's trying to shit on y'all, and like y'all don't realize it. Y'all really think this country here gives a damn about you? The 1% is just making decisions and everything, really, just so we can be at each other's throats and stuff of that nature. But
see, now these politicians, right? Now we claim that we live in a democracy. That the people have power, and that this is for the people. But all the politicians and elected officials that we have, are they actually chosen by the people, or are they predetermined officials that have been in them fields for quite some time and are chosen by the elites to run for candidates?
No, seriously, and it's just like that ass. Even with the issues that we have today with Roe versus Wade and everything and stuff of that nature, it's just like it's all just an illusion. Yeah, the whole abortion shit, that's bullcrap, dude. Like seriously, like come on, like we get it and everything, but y'all always bring Jesus into everything, but trying to treat other people like
this is the thing,
right.
Man.
But you have no problem with people getting killed and murdered and stuff like that, and trying to like, dude, like come on now.
This is my thing, man. A woman could do whatever she pleases with her body. That's cool. I'm not here to tell the next person how to live their life. People be too focused on what the next person got going on. Why you focus on that woman's vagina? Why you focus on that man's private parts?
Exactly. No, seriously, y'all be really bored with y'all lives, bro, where y'all need to make it tough for other people because you feel like y'all know better. It's just like, it's sick and it's fucking dumb. And because that's not how you run a society. That's not how it should be.
But that's actually a big thing that's going on in society, in every society around the world. I don't care if you in the Middle East. I don't care if you in Africa, Russia, Europe, or whatever. Feel me? Even here in America, like, the problem is that other people are too focused on what other people are doing. If you are confident in who you are, and you know that you are special, there's no need to feel insecure around somebody else for what they're doing or practicing or believing.
Really, nothing at all, man. Because all it does is just let your insecurities out. Like, why are you pulling up to like LGBT rallies talking about some God hates fags? Like, God's nature isn't even to hate.
Now, I want y'all to know this. Feel me? While y'all focus on all this shit that they throwing out there to distract y'all, like race, or even these celebrity deaths and all this shit that you see in the media. While y'all doing all that, they about to turn CERN on July 5th. Feel me? They trying to breach holes into other dimensions using dark matter. Feel me? They have the technology that you see on these sci-fi shows and stuff y'all didn't want to believe. Yeah, it's real. And they've been hiding it from y'all. So while y'all sitting there focusing on this other shit that's meant to distract you, they have the real technology and the real means to manipulate the world to the way that they want it. And that's what they're doing. And they're dividing and conquering the human race. So you got to ask yourself, what human being born into the human race hates the human race that much in order to enslave and destroy the human race over a period of thousands, if not millions of years.
Reptilians.
Reptilians, because they're not human beings. They want to hate another human being. Want to hate another human being that much to that extent. That's because the people running shit aren't human. Trying to let y'all know.
No, seriously, man. And we got a little bit of reptilian in our DNA. Like I said,
Oh, yeah,
it was
we
like
do.
down the line because we evolved
Our
from
skin.
from amphibians and everything, and stuff of that nature. Like that's the one that associates with aggressiveness and stuff of that nature. But it's just like for the one, I feel like there's two different types of people. Three types actually. There's the passive people in the middle, the sheep people, and then it's just a stretch between empaths and narcissists. And I feel like a lot of this world is ran by these two energies: the one
That's
that wants to
true.
heal and the one that wants to destroy and conquer.
Now,
And that's just it.
this is something that I had thought about. This was a theory I was thinking about. Now, what if the reptilians aren't actually aliens? What if they actually are the original inhabitants of this planet? Because this planet was once ruled by dinosaurs and sea life, because all life, as science has now proven, started in the ocean. So that means that the first living beings on land were probably reptile, if not aquatic in some type of way. So you got to ask yourself, after the comet hit and these so-called dinosaurs and reptiles, these giant reptiles was wiped out, how did we pop up here? If the environment was so inhabitable that they couldn't even survive, how did humanity find a way to pop up?
I think we're just the descendants of whatever mammalian animals were left behind. If there was a meteor or something mass that would have killed all humans and everything.
Was it a meteor that killed the dinosaurs?
It was a lot of things actually. Because of the meteor, it left a certain change in the weather forecast. I would think the world became colder and everything. They're hot, they're warm-blooded animals. So it's
Ain't they messing with the weather right now?
yeah, that's another thing. But it's just we're basically the descendants of what type of rodents were left back then, the mammalians that were left behind back then. So it's
As science has proven, yeah.
yeah, evolution. If you believe in evolution, or if
That's
you believe
true.
that God
Scientific
made us,
theories.
or if you believe that God just made us the way we are, as wherever we are.
I'm not necessarily so far as God made us. I feel like this. I feel like there's a scientific fact to it. There's also a metaphysical fact to it. I feel like that these reptiles and stuff, yeah, it started here on Earth and it came out the ocean. They came on land. They developed and evolved to what they were. I do feel like at some point that beings from another dimension entered this dimension, found this planet, and decided to genetically engineer humanity to be the way it is. Because we are part something else. That's why humanity has always been taught that we are special from every other animal on this planet. Because if we was all connected and we are all simply just evolved from these other animals, one would have more characteristics that will remind us that we are more beasts than we are man. So what is man? What is the other missing link that makes us a upright standing Homo sapien?
Joe Rogan would think that maybe it has something to do with one of the chimps eating a mushroom that made it pretty much a psychological trip to start having all types of ideas and stuff like that. And it just kind of set a domino effect after that. And the next thing you know,
that is a good theory.
It altered the genetic code to the point, because the mushrooms are a lot crazier than people think.
Our body's a mushroom.
Yeah, the fungi is more deeper than what it is. So it's just to think that maybe there was a fungi that maybe might have maybe switched up our genetic coding to the point our mental patterns, brain patterns to be more hyperactive to the point where we'll literally notice little itty bitty things and start to actually reason differently and logically.
Matter of fact, I think the brain is actually shaped like a giant mushroom, or that's facts. The nerves, the connections, and all that stuff is kind of like fungi. How it grows into the ground and all that stuff. How it absorbs and collects information and energy. Parasites, same thing. There's so many different aspects that make up the human origin. Now, what my problem is that the true human beings, the first and original people, have been denied not only their history, but their honor and their right to be called what they are. Feel me? And at one point, there was only one family on the earth. And all the other fractions of humanity popped up after that. And y'all have to respect that. Feel me? Us as melanated people, we are not only a part of the universe itself, but we are a resemblance of the soil. That's why our skin is dark. God said He made man out of the dirt. The only people on this planet that resembles a dirt-like complexion is black people. Y'all have to respect it.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I know there's certain patterns and everything, what if it's all metaphors, whatever, but honestly, where I'm at the stage right now where I don't take so many things like that to such a different context, because we won't know until we're dead anyway. And before they even find answers like that, we'll be long since
And it
dead.
don't matter because...
It really doesn't. Just live your life.
That's fast because even if, we are special and that's fine. Like, I understand. Black people want an identity. Feel me? I'm going to give yourself an identity, y'all. That's all. That's my advice is give yourself a reason to feel special. But understand that just because you are special doesn't mean that everybody else on this planet ain't just as special as you. Everybody's here for a reason. We all contribute something to this earth. That's what we need to focus on is what we can accomplish as a whole, rather than trying to individualize ourselves all the time.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. Keep in mind, just want to let you know in regards to the Mental Threads podcast. I know a lot of this is like very, very trippy, deep, like conspiracy theory plus a whole lot of life theory. Yeah, all types of things. But keep in mind and everything. We don't here on the Mental Threads podcast. We're not choosing, try to pick out who's a superior race or who's this or whatever, who's whatever. I just want to get that out right now because people can really get on it. This is racist and everything. Oh, y'all pick it. And it's not like that. It's just you just say speaking of shit.
I just want to say
that's his beliefs, but it's not like on some somebody's better or no hatred or everything or someone's like this or some things like that. We're just discussing observations and certain patterns and stuff of that nature. That's it. Just want to put that out there. No one's better than nobody. We're all human beings. We're all connected in the universe no matter what and everything. However, there are powers out there in this world that wants to use our differences against each other. Small differences like there's a complexion of skin color, which is only not even a stack of information. It's just a trait.
I want y'all to understand this,
everything.
y'all.
That's literally what it is.
I feel you. I want y'all to understand this, y'all. My whole goal is never to preach hate nor division amongst anybody. I want the human race to unite, and I want to see what we're really capable of once we get these other beings out the way from manipulating us to go against each other. I love all people. I grew up around different races, different cultures, and I've come to appreciate everybody for who they are. I just want all of y'all to have the same energy when y'all looking at me.
Yeah, no, but for real, we can get back on the whole high school dynamic and everything. Because when we were hanging out and everything, what really got us hanging out and everything? Because it was just it was mostly the AJ. Was the AJ the main reason why a lot of?
I think AJ was the main reason because AJ was cool as fuck. Yeah. AJ been my best friend for a minute. I think I met him in the 7th grade.
He dated that one girl named Katie or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Katie.
What happened with that situation from your perspective?
He actually, I know a lot about that situation. He used to spend the night in my crib with her. Mm-hmm. They used to be homeless and stuff like that. He was going through shit. She was treating him wrong. I just feel like that girl wasn't for him.
Okay, let's just leave it at that because I don't want to get so deep. We can talk about that after.
I don't like talking bad on people.
Yeah, no, let's not talk about people. But yeah, that he really went through some things too. We all go through them things. I had some growing pains,
shit,
and everything. I've been through a whole lot of bullshit when y'all left too, bro. I really wish y'all would have stayed, bro. Like Trevin, I know you remember Trevin.
I do.
I'm trying to get him on the podcast. Trevin, I know you remember Giorgio, whatever. Yeah. Do you remember Chris Bennett?
I do.
Yeah, you remember a lot of the people, a lot of Trey Sean and everything. Yeah. I thought those were gonna be the people my main group moving forward. Yeah, Danny. Yeah, I remember. I'm trying to get Danny on the podcast too eventually. Mm-hmm. I still talk to her from once in a while.
I love all the people I grew up with, man. Y'all really y'all part of my childhood forever.
No, seriously, that's our childhood. That's crazy how much time has passed. I was 14, and now 14, 15. Now I'm 9 years, almost a decade removed now, and I'm still trying to process a lot of the things that happened.
Shit, man.
Yeah, dude, I really wish I would have left at least for 1 year and everything to go to Hawthorne or Rocky River, because it would have been just you and me clicking at Rocky River.
That's facts.
And everything. I feel like we would have looked out for each other to a certain degree.
For sure.
It's I was when I lived, I had nobody to look out for me, and I had upperclassmen hating on me the music thing I want to do. You listen to my music, have you?
I do.
Oh, you have actually? So you listen to Ego Trip and everything?
What happened?
Yeah, you actually listen to Ego Trip and stuff?
I haven't listened to Ego Trip. I gotta hear that one.
Okay, that's fine. Definitely, it's a whole project 12 track. So
okay,
we'll probably I'll look through your whole. I'll re-look back at some of your.
I like that. I love the support. You feel
and
me?
Everything, but yeah, definitely check it out when you have the time and everything. and stuff of that nature. But we have to
Ego
go.
Trip.
Yeah, Ego Trip. Like, yeah, I'll show you the cover art and everything. I know it's on my page if you haven't seen it yet. Like, but it's just like, but it's like, yeah, man. It's just like. It was really shitty and everything when y'all left and everything. Like, my experience kind of went down. I had to trying to focus on the positive. Like, people would disrespect me all types of ways. I'd be trying not to really react.
Man, if I was there, I wouldn't have let none of that shit slide.
Yeah, dude. People used to start rumors saying, like, I hit women and everything just to get bitches to not like me. Like, that's how lame a lot of people were.
We honestly was a team, bro. Like, I had to leave to go find myself. I ain't gonna lie. But we really was a team, though.
Yeah, AJ, Stevenson, everybody had their own friends. That's something. Like, even if, like, I like being friends with most people, but it's like, at least you had your own solid little group at the same time that you can always come back to.
And I'm glad that, we all made it to a nice age and stuff like that. We still alive. We can grab a drink. We can sit and reconcile, feel me? I live for the moments like that. Like, I'm the type of dude who don't really enjoy going to parties and stuff like that no more. I kind of got that out of the way.
They kind of got it overrated when you're in the bed. Although I like to go again and everything, but I want to get my life together first before I really be out there at the club hopping and stuff. That's why I'm saving for DC. This whole year, just focus on working hard. I want to drop podcast episodes. I'm trying to reach 150. You're the 81st one.
I work 6 days out of 7 days of the week. Feel me? I make over $800 a week.
That's good. Where do you work at?
I work at Waffle House.
You're a chef at Waffle House.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, if you're making bank like that, man, part of me wants to work. But no, I'm not a cooker type person. I'm more like a marketing executive type person.
I feel that, yeah. I think I like your lane. Feel me? I feel like you can make it big with this podcast stuff. A lot of people need a voice. They need a way to speak to the public. You know what I'm saying? Get their message out there. It's always positivity and love with me. You know that. We go way back and stuff like that. I love to see my friends get on the podcast too, hear what y'all gotta say.
Man, you were like always like a cool person. I feel like it's like, so some of us would think we're like the weird kids and everything. We weren't like weird. We were just funny. Like, cause it was like high school wasn't anything to take serious. So
I enjoy being weird. Like I said, I wanted to be different anyway, and I accomplished that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, because all the time you on Adventure Time, you'd be saying like, "That's unacceptable."
Right. Like, bro, I still wake up. I watch cartoons. Fucking love cartoons. Don't get me wrong, bro. Like, I fucking watch Adventure Time. I watch that. I binge watch that whole show.
And Avatar: The Last Airbender. You always gotta binge watch. Yeah. I've been binge watching that since they put that on Netflix over and over again. I can't stop.
I love everything Avatar. The Fire Nation, all that stuff. Like, that shit goes symbolic. It's about the elements and yin and yang and stuff like that. I feel like it's important to keep a part of your youth in your adulthood because it gives you perspective, I'm the type of dude who actually very much is big on keeping the innocence alive, I feel like we're taught, especially in society these days, that when we get older, we lose our innocence. That's not true, though. You only lose your innocence when you think that you've lost your innocence. And even then, you're still innocent because our soul, our experience on this earth is a very short time compared to how old the earth is. And if there is a such thing as a God, which I do believe in God, but for those who don't, if there is a such thing, he's looking at you knowing that you are just you're one of his children, feel me? You will always be one of his children. He sees you as a child. He loves you like a child. Feel me? You gotta love yourself like a child. That shit is important because when you have a good heart, shit could take you a lot of places. You feel me? Like,
but it could also get you screwed too. So just mature to yourself to understand like who's good for you and who's not. Like that's one of the things I feel like that's why God put me through such a hard path and everything is separated from like a lot of y'all on everything. And not because he's like or anything. It's just like no. It's just because like you have big things like you got big responsibilities you got to tend to. I'm the eldest out of all my grandfather's grandchildren. And, like, I think I'm, like, the first out of, like, 13, 14, 15 and whatnot. So I have to set an example. And I'm the only one that he saw, like, graduate before he passed.
I'm the oldest out of my brothers and sisters, man. Like I just told you, like...
It's a lot of responsibility. You got a lot of people to take care of.
That's true, And y'all hear me talk, y'all probably would think that I'm one of those type of dudes who study and stuff like that. I could be a nerd. I could be a very big nerd at times because I'm a very intellectual person. I like studying metaphysics. I like... studying science. I always wanted to be a scientist. But with all of that being said, there's always two sides to the coin. Feel me? Good exists and so does evil. Feel me? My brothers and stuff, they looked up to me. When I was young, I was really into like gang activity. Especially after I left Queens Grant, when I went to Rocky River, that's when I started gang banging. I turned Crip. Feel me?
They gotta speak too much about it because I don't want people to have to be on the racketeering type RICO charges on you and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like people will really go back and listen to shit just to fuck you up. I'm just saying, be careful when it comes to what you're speaking on.
The ops be listening too. This is the thing. Like I've grown out of that shit now that I'm 25 years old. But back during that time, I wanted to belong, and I feel like that most of these gangs actually recruit young kids who want to belong. Especially kids who come from a bad situation. It's kind of like manipulation in itself. You know what I'm saying? My brothers and stuff, they follow behind my footsteps, trying to be like me and do whatever they thought would make me proud. And now that I'm older, like, I regret some of the shit that I introduced them to, because, my brother ran with that shit. He's still in that gang activity stuff. I don't want to see him hurt. I'm older now. My values are different. Just for the young kids and stuff, if y'all thinking about doing something like that, just don't do it. It's okay.
Just stay away from it. Like literally, you can even be guilty by association. Even if you're not doing anything, you're just hanging around people like that, dude. It's just better off to just focus on yourself. Yeah. And that's the chapter I'm on, like with my brother right now, because I'm trying to figure out how can I get through to him that he needs to go to school, bro. Like really, like I'm just saying, it's not even about the degree. It's about the experience of actually accomplishing something.
This is what I would do in that certain situation with your brother. I would ask him, because it's kind of like my bro too. Like he had the opportunity to stay in school, stuff like that, but he chose to be in the streets. What I feel like I failed at was asking him what did he want to do instead of me expecting him to do what I wanted him to do. Mm-hmm. Feel me? I feel like that's a big part of what's going on with a lot of kids too. A lot of people don't have people asking them those real questions, like what is it that you personally want to accomplish, and how can I help you accomplish that? You know what I'm saying?
I already know what I can do to help him, because he said he wants to do physical therapy and everything, but you can't just be like passive with the shit. Like you got to be really aggressive in terms of your studies and really focus on that.
Yeah, and that's your responsibility as an older brother to keep him focused.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out what can I do, but my license suspended. I'm still stuck in Charlotte. I should have been left for DC, and I feel like the blessing about getting my license suspended and leaving me here in Charlotte is that I at least got to spend time with my grandfather before he passed, and I was like, that's why I always approach life with like there's always a bittersweetness with everything. Yeah, it's like you had some fucked up shit that happened at Winston or whatever, but at the same time you can get yourself together, and like their sweetness is like you got a dad who literally works at the freaking hospital at Howard University, one of the most prestigious HBCUs you can go to, and you can go there and make connections and also work with him in the hospital. I'm thinking about maybe considering going to medical school myself.
Yeah, I feel that.
I would consider it, but I want to get my master's in business, and if I have to go to medical school, maybe someday get my doctorate. Someday I will want to be called Dr. T-Dola Kesafili. One way or another, I got to make that happen, because even though shit is kind of not where I would like it to be, to a certain degree, like I just quit my job. I might have to get a lawyer for them to get me paid. They said they're gonna sell me my last paycheck. They didn't do none of that. It's Friday. It's payday. What the fuck's up? So like, if I have to do that, it's just.
That's the thing about working them bullshit 9 to 5 jobs.
It's just like it's always some nonsense.
It is,
but it is what it is. I really did appreciate what that job had to show for me, but I feel like the way that they're set, like letting the stuff go, I think they're becoming more petty with it. But
you always gotta get at least try to get the experience and appreciate that. If you can appreciate anything, always try to appreciate the experience you get out of something. Mm-hmm. I didn't work so many bullshit jobs. I'm at Waffle House right now. I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty good place to be. It's really relaxing. They have a good company, they have good management. I made good money there. And the people there are always friendly. They come there to eat. They have a jukebox in there. People like that. They play the music. We have fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they usually come after like a party and everything too. So it's like you always get that chill vibes also after work. People are trying to calm down. But sometimes niggas fight, and there will be a lot of crackheads giving you like life advice out of nowhere you didn't even ask for. But hey, thanks.
That's true. But while I'm doing these jobs and stuff, you just gotta keep pursuing your real dreams. Feel me? Like you with the podcast stuff, or me with the rap stuff and the activist stuff like that. Like it's all about pursuing what you want, but just making things happen in the meantime. Feel me? It might be a little hard, but just keep pushing through that shit. Feel me?
Yeah, no, seriously, build good habits, bro. Like seriously, like I have to really make this happen again. And this is so late for me, because like I should have been doing this stuff way back when the year started. But it's like, guy just say like, no, let's try and test him and see if he's really, really serious about this shit. And I'm trying to hit 150. Either one way or another, I'm gonna do that. I just recorded my 80th episode earlier today. You're the 81st. And everything. I'm trying to see if I can hit 20 episodes this month, because I was fucking around the last 2 months. I only dropped 6 6 episodes one month, and then a couple episodes the following. So it's like I was supposed to keep up to 10 and 10. If I could do 20 this month, that means I would hit up to 100, and then I would just focus on the rest of the month doing like trying to get 50 episodes, which shouldn't be hard if I'm doing 20 a month going
true.
forward.
You know,
it's just like
honestly, I just said a prayer, so I hope that you do hit 150,000. Feel me? God gonna be with you. Feel me? I'm gonna be there to support you. All your friends gonna be there to support you. Feel me?
And this podcast thing has got me networking with a lot of other artists too, and
sure.
like other like business people and everything. I also educate. I mean, I also interview educators, and I also interview how can you say war veterans, it's just like stuff like that. So it's like the more people I get on, the better,
Right.
and stuff of that nature. More perspectives I got, the better. The more mindsets I got, the better. So it's just hey, it's all good. It's all good.
Right. I think you might be the only platform I might really trust to really do a podcast because I be talking about my movement about basically exposing the Freemasons for all the atrocities that they commit against the human race.
Yeah.
That's my whole goal. Feel me? My pops, he's a 33rd degree Mason. He actually introduced me to the Freemasons when I was a kid. He took me to a Masonic temple located in Manhattan, New York. It's called the Prince of something like that. I'm not gonna say too much, but after being around these people, and even some of my friends here are Masons, they get off of their charges in court and stuff like that because the judges and stuff are Masons too. They have Masonic lodges all around the world. At one point, I felt like I could use them to be successful, but then I realized that it wasn't worth the cost of my honor and my soul. So I just spend my whole life dedicated now to trying to expose them for the stuff they do because they're the real ones pulling the strings. Feel me?
I didn't know that. I would have never guessed.
Oh, for sure. People like to say the Illuminati, this and that. That's just the word that they throw out there to describe the illuminated, which is the enlightened ones. And the enlightened ones are actually derived from Moors and Freemasons and all these other secret societies. Feel me? They all join together to form what you will call the Illuminati. And they're the ones that's manipulating the events of the world. They're the ones that's sending people out there to go shoot up grocery stores and killing people. And all these, white boys that you see on TV getting these crazy weapons and stuff like that. And then getting off with these charges. You got to ask yourself, how does a normal 18-year-old kid wake up and think about doing something so heinous? And then even if he did, how would he be able to get the firepower without any consequences?
Yeah, man, it's just like to get a gun, it's like I know it's a process, but to maintain hate throughout the whole process to where you're gonna kill black people specifically who haven't done anything to you.
I'm not necessarily against. You can pause it.
Sorry. It's no problem and everything, but yeah, man, there's like a lot of layers to a lot of this stuff with there's Freemasons or Illuminati. Hey, if they can post videos on YouTube, we can definitely talk about it on the podcast.
That's true, man.
Cause they be reaching out to me on Instagram all the time. Illuminati, this, Illuminati. I be thinking maybe it's people just messing with me, but it's like I just can't do that.
Like I said, I spent my whole life kind of dedicated to studying these people. Now. Everything happens for a reason. What they doing, they feel like is righteous. What I'm doing, I feel like is righteous. We just stand on two opposite sides of the same coin. I just want them to stop manipulating events and harming people, harming the human race. If y'all want to get whatever y'all want to get accomplished, do it by your own means. Freaking water bugs crawling in here and stuff.
No, that's all right.
But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying?
No, I know what you're saying. I always knew that there was something more to it. Just step on it. You might as well just step on it, dude.
Yes, sir.
Cause like a broom, ain't gotta. He's currently trying to murder a water bug. We're in the garage. That's what's going on right now.
I didn't want to kill him, so I had to set him free, but I hurt him.
Yeah, man, dude. No, seriously, man. Do what you gotta do, man. Especially in this life. This lifetime and everything of that nature.
Basically, man, the human race is gonna evolve anyway. It's gonna happen whether y'all like it or not. I just don't think that people need to be harming each other. I'm tired of the divide. I'm tired of the racism. I just want everybody to come together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's my
man, it's
goal.
all a process, man. And it's just like I just hope to really do this music thing. Also, I already dropped 12 songs. I'm hoping that maybe I can drop 50 songs once I get the means to do so. Instead of to the, you know, and it's just I
Studio
want.
time costs money, man.
Oh no! I know a guy who will give me like 2 hours for $50 and everything. And it's
That's
been a
good.
process. It's just like I already got enough beats to go around. I already got all the beats I need, all the free for profit beats. I got it all settled. It's really just a matter of just finding that funding and really making the process to making that stuff work.
Nah,
I wouldn't
yeah.
mind taking a weekend out and just do just 4 hours a weekend, and that's like 4 songs, and that'll be like 4 songs every week.
Shoot, if
And
you ever
then,
want to do a collab, I got you. For me, I ain't gonna charge you nothing. I got you.
Oh
Like, we
yeah, no, I
homies.
know. Trust me, but I don't want to do collabs until I really start really getting stuff for me together. The only collab I probably do right now is like maybe me and my brother because he said he wants to
feel
do
that.
something called a TNT table. And his
I'm
name's
still
Taurus, my
trying to
name's
get my
T.
platform completely right too. I gotta release more music and drop more actual official songs.
Yeah, after 50 songs, like 50 more songs that I dropped, whether if I finished it this year and that I had to wait till next year, that's when I feel like I'm gonna start taking the mic and actually start taking stage. I want to be having hella content. I want to be able to, I got in touch with a dude named Jamel NYT, and he's good with like marketing and stuff. Like he has over 200,000 followers. I already reached out to him. I'm gonna reach out to him again and let him know the situation with my job. I just quit, so I might have to hold off on everything. He's trying to give me some kind of like a payment plan or whatever. So it's like I could be able to be within his circle, maybe raise my social media. Because social media can go a long way. And if you can get like viral off that, maybe get some people on my stuff. I already got a plan of how I can get all this stuff situated. It's just a matter of finding the funding, really. Because it's like now I had to leave this job and I have to go to another job, and I don't know if that job's gonna work well or not.
No, I feel that, man. If you ever need anything, don't hesitate to ask me. I got you, man. Like whether it's money for studio sessions or if you need, advice or whatever, I got you, bro. Like for me, I want to see all my people succeed, bro. Like. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I go to the studio, I'll let you know you could probably come with me type shit.
And the craziest thing is, like, the vibes ain't even changed since high school, bro. Like, so many people switched up on me and try to backstab me, disparage my character, assassinate my character, all types of ways that didn't even make any sense because a lot of them are weak.
Man,
but
the
it's
lies,
just like,
the lies ain't gonna work. The truth will prevail. Tell you that much.
truth will always prevail.
And I'm gonna always have my friends back for me, no matter what, man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, seriously, man. It's just like we need to hook up with AJ too. I ain't touched base with AJ in so long. I'm about to get on podcast with Chase Elswick too.
Ooh,
I did an
yeah,
episode with
Chase.
Taylor Huntley in the past also.
For real?
Yeah, I did one with Taylor Huntley. And I did one with, you remember Jarvey?
Yeah,
I did an
Jarvey.
episode with Jarvey, yeah. So you want to look through the list of episodes, it's in the link in my bio on Liberian Toast Crunch. You can check that out, check all the past episodes you want to check and everything. It's really good content, man.
Liberian Toast Crunch. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, Liberian Toast Crunch. Yeah, you know what my Instagram is. I be following you too, and we be DMing each other off that
Right,
too.
you know how it is.
But it'd be kind of hard to keep up through Instagram through you, so I had to really call you to get here. So it's
Yeah, I'm
just
glad you got my personal number. You feel me? Like, if you ever need me, just hit me up. You know what I'm saying?
all right, cool. That's cool. I feel like that's it for an episode. We already went over the hour.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Yeah,
you
it
know
was
what
good.
I'm
Plus,
saying?
like, I think your mom, your grandma wants to.
Yeah, my grandma, man. Next time we gonna, it's gonna be a lot smoother. I wasn't expecting it this time, but it's cool though.
It's okay, no problem. I'll be sure to hit you up in the future for sure and everything, dude. I tell you, I've met so many people and everything, but it's like so many other artists, bro. It's just like you'll go through the list through my podcast list, and you'll be able to talk. You ever listen to a lot of these artists that we have in Charlotte and everything.
That's true. Don't get me wrong. My grandparents, they're a little harsh sometimes, but very much appreciate them for all the shit that they done for me. They're actually really good people too. My grandma has raised multiple generations of people, including her own brothers and sisters, and me, who is not even her who is not even her child. I'm her grandson. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I try to give them as much thanks and as much praise as they deserve, even though they be a little rough. But it's cool though, cause I'm finna get my own shit. It's gonna be Gucci. I got a beautiful Latina girl, all type of shit. So we gonna make it happen.
Well, we're gonna talk more about that out
Sure, for sure.
But yeah, man, that's it for the Mental Threads podcast episode 81. Do you got anything else you want to let the people know before?
Nah, man, y'all just follow my man at Libertarian Toast Crunch. You feel me?
Liberian Toast Crunch.
Yeah.
This nigga said libertarian. Like, I'm not even with politics like that. That's like the most freaking great value band. Like,
do they even have elections and shit?
Well, libertarians,
Yeah.
they be getting in, but no one votes for them. Like, everyone
yeah.
votes for Republicans or Democrats.
That's true.
And that's what keeps messing
Liberian
us.
Toast Crunch though, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow my boy. Feel me?
Yeah, most definitely. Thank you. So that's it for the Mental Threads podcast. We're sewing in, then we're sewing out. Yeah, man.